Welcome, welcome. It's your boy Karceno here, and let's get into this a little bit because the New York Knicks fans are a little distraught right now. You have some that are in denial; they can't believe it. Others try to act like it didn't mean anything. It's like it means nothing. It's just another day. That's all. Championship, aspirations are still on their mind, and they still believe that they're a championship team. Even when they don't play like a championship team or even look like a team that would win an NBA championship. Normally, when championship teams play, you can say, oh man, that team is, yeah, they're going to the championship. They look good. And they end up in a championship game or they end up there because they're playing like a championship team. You don't see that here with the New York Knicks. And now everybody is seeing the light because the Pistons have put the whole world on notice. And they've announced to everybody because they keep making new rules for the Pistons. Oh, they just hot. That's it. They'll fizzle out. Wait till wait till it gets serious in the first 2 months. And then that's when it's really going to start. Okay. Pistons are still number one. What's happening here? Oh, that's okay. They're going to fall. No way they're going to stay up there. They just front running. When it gets serious, then everybody's going to know. Wait till they play the West Coast. Then they're going to find out that they ain't that good. Okay. Still winning. Beef stew's out. Duran is out. We're going to struggle. It's going to come. We're going to struggle. We got the Bulls game. That's going to be a tough game without Duran. And the Bulls are not the Knicks. But they're going to be tough to beat without Duran. And I think Jalen Duran might be coming back. But it's definitely a tough matchup for the Pistons because of the style of play. We should win, but still, that still should be pretty tough. But let me let y'all know what the world is saying right now about this infraction. So we haven't even begun yet. So let's get underway. Hi, I'm Karceno. Oh, let's talk about it.
No one knows Karceno and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them.
They were basically on a mission as they headed into MSG last night. It's not just this season either. The Pistons have now beat the Knicks in 6 straight regular season games dating back to December of 2024. So now we go back to Stephen A. as we had a minute to kind of rewind. And Monica, I know you were on the call for this last night, so we'll get to you too as well. But how big of a deal was this loss last night at the Garden?
I started the season off saying that the New York Knicks was going to the NBA Finals. Mm-hmm. It's over. They ain't going to no damn finals. To New York fans out there everywhere, to Spike Lee, to Monica McNutt, to Alan Hahn, you understand, to Chris Robb, to Tracy Morgan, Fat Joe, it's over. It's over. They ain't going to no damn finals because they ain't good enough. They ain't good enough. I don't know what the hell is going on with Karl Anthony Towns when we playing with Mike Brown. It ain't the same player that was playing for Tom Thibodeau. Okay, Brown, it ain't the same player that was playing for Tom Thibodeau. Okay, he's still good, but he ain't the same player that was playing for Tom Thibodeau. That's Mike Brown. That's all Mike Brown.
See, I guess it just hits different when someone else says it, right? I try to explain. Everybody blames Towns. Karl Anthony Towns played much better last season than this season because of the head coach. The head coach, Mike Brown, told him, I'm sorry. You're making the biggest sacrifice of everybody of this team. And I'm sorry. Because the way this offense is ran is not designed for you. It's not going to fit your style. It's obvious what they're doing with Kade. It's completely obvious because there's no post play in Mike Brown's offense. 0 points post play. Post play removed. Everybody now is either doing one-on-one or high pick and roll basketball, slash and drive, and they're just not good players. They're decent players. They're role players, but they're not the elite players in the game, and you're seeing that. They're not even the best. And when you see them matched up with Detroit, it's like night and day. They don't belong on the court with us. Our third strings are beating them. And it's a mentality. I told you Brunson was weak. He was weak.
Because we saw Karl-Anthony Towns last year. What the hell's happened to him this year, particularly against the Detroit Pistons? Let me say this about the Detroit Pistons. To JB Bickerstaff, who I'm very fond of and I think is a damn good coach. Let me say this, please. The Detroit Pistons are the best team in the Eastern Conference, number one.
No kidding.
Number two, Cade Cunningham is a superstar. They have one in the Motor City. They have one in Motown. I ain't gonna sit up there and sound like Jalen Rose with Detroit basketball because I can't stand it. I hate that stuff. You understand what I'm saying? But this team is legit. They are real. They're rough riders. They come at you. They're in attack mode. And I told everybody, it's about, they don't just want to win. They want the Knicks. They wanted to whip the Knicks' ass. And in 3 games this year, they've outscored the Knicks by 84 points. In 3 games this year, they've stomped the New York Knicks. Last night, they did it without basically their front line and Isaiah Stewart and Durant. You still punked them. And yet another star has come to Madison Square Garden to use that as their platform to ascension. This is what Cade Cunningham did. Cade Cunningham looked like Kobe last night. Cade Cunningham looked like LeBron last night. Cade Cunningham looked like Jordan last night at the Garden. We know what these people have. He looked like everybody but Steph Curry. As a matter of fact, he did look like Steph Curry because he had 5 3-pointers. He looked like Steph Curry last night. This is what I'm talking about. He went at him. He bust New York Knicks. He bust y'all ass. Y'all, without help. He said it's all right. That's how he treated y'all. And y'all know with the ass kicking that you received in the first 2 meetings, you knew they were coming anyway.
See, I told you. But you didn't want to hear it from me at all. Nah, you ain't want to hear it from me. Who did you want to hear it from? That's always been the case. Who do you want to hear it from? Because it's like you don't want to hear it from me. Anybody else could tell you. But you don't want to hear it from me. That's a damn shame. Because I'm only telling the real. I'm only giving you the truth. And why do I do that, people? Because this information is vital. And I told you, this is what I tried to tell you and all the other Knicks fans. This loss right here means something to Knicks fans. Don't try to act like it don't. It do. Real Knicks fans don't care who else you beat. If you lose to the Pistons and you try to act like it's nothing, it's something. It's something. Because one, they number 1 in the East. So you are hunting them. Do you want to start the East? Right now, you done dropped the 4th place. You're 4th. And when you play Cleveland this weekend, because that's coming up, big boy. That's Sunday. When you play Cleveland and James Harden them, and they whoop your butt and they drop you to 4th place and it's stamped, solidified. You ain't that far from 5th, 6th. So if y'all don't get it together, they gonna get it together for you. It's what I've been trying to tell you all along. It's what Stephen A was just telling you. But the world is saying it now. Everything Stephen A done said, I done already told you. The Knicks, the Madison Square Garden, that don't mean nothing for anybody visiting there. That's not an intimidating factor. The Garden is famous for other people coming there putting on shows at the Garden, embarrassing the Knicks. Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Steph, now Cade Cunningham. Who's next to embarrass the New York Knicks on their floor? This is what I tried to tell you. You didn't want to hear from me, though.
Again, a Spike Lee, a Fat Joe, a Tracy Morgan. This is what it looks like when realization kicks in and we see that we are simply not good enough. Even John McEnroe. Yes, we still know who he is, even though he retired from tennis decades ago. Fat Joe, we know he got a crib in Florida. Take it from me. I know. But he don't miss Knicks games, especially the big ones. I bet you wish he missed last night. It is awful what has happened to the New York Knicks. I am depressed because in the month of February, I now know the New York Knicks are not going to the finals. You don't get your ass kicked time and time and time again by somebody and you get to be disbelief that you're going to get through them. There's only one shot.
That's a season sweep. Break out the brooms. We could just call it what it is. The Knicks want no part of the Pistons come playoff time.
Oh, I mean, that is what's the average margin of victory is 28 points in 3 appearances between these two clubs, and it has been absolute dominance in every single one. It wasn't like, hey, they got one blowout. They've all been blowouts.
Sean, last night's on their floor. They've got Brunson and Bridges and Towns and Anunoby and Hart. The Pistons are playing without one of their 2 All-Stars in Jalen Duren. By the way, he didn't play in any of the Knicks games this year. No beef stew, and Cade gets to just have a moment. 40-plus at the Garden, throw in 13 assists, 8 boards. Yeah, I mean, they made an emphatic statement that, again, the Knicks want no part of the Pistons. The Pistons are a bad matchup, and they are going to do bad things to them.
I'm not sure that there's many people or many teams that want any part of the Pistons, save maybe OKC, just because they have the same standard that the Pistons now have.
It's a great point. Like another title contender, the Nuggets got doubled up home and road. Pistons beat them both times. Like, they're a team you don't want to play. And that's kind of the point, that they are going to hound you. They're going to pummel you. They'll play physical, and they won't let their foot off the gas.
It's just, I mean, it's time after time when we wonder, is this Pistons team for real? And if you've had any doubts throughout, like, I just don't know who's not on either the Cade train, the Pistons train, that this is a team that should be playing for the Eastern Conference and ultimately should be playing for the NBA championship.
There are some people who can come into that building and shut us all up. Jordan was the king of it. Larry Bird, right next to him. God, I hated him. You know who also could shut us up? Kobe on occasion. You know who could shut us up? Reggie Miller, goes without saying. Trae Young started to get those bona fides going. LeBron on occasion as well. Like you show up there, you want to shut everyone up. You want to do it there because that is where you can make your bones. Certainly if the Knicks are playing well, certainly if the Knicks have an idea of winning a conference, certainly if you have an idea of winning a conference or a most valuable player award. And the second half de facto of the NBA season tips off last night, and Cade Cunningham shows up to Madison Square Garden and gets it done. 42 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists for Cade Cunningham.
To deal with in the Eastern Conference. I'm telling you, we're going to look up in a couple months. Them boys, they got a chance to make it to the finals, bro.
They absolutely have a.
Hold on, Joe. Hold on. Now I know Cade Cunningham is very nice. I know he's very good, but you think they can make it to the finals?
Yes, Ocho. They got a great young team, man. They deep too, and they got guys who come off the bench who can win you some games in the playoffs as well. You know, and they're a gritty team. You know, say what you want about big fella Stewart, who always, you know, obviously got suspended, but you need, hey, listen, when they get these guys back full strength, bro, they gonna feed off that energy right there. And you know, you want to do like that, man. You want to intimidate or agitate a guy who gonna go out there and, you know, be the muscle for the squad. I just think they got everything you could want in a team, like from shooting to, you know, obviously a go-to guy in Kade who gets. I mean, come on tonight, man. He looked great tonight.
I'm at a loss for words.
Outball TV.
I'm at a loss for words.
Shouts out to Outball TV.
First and foremost, it's not a good morning. It's raining. It's cold. It's chilly. And my fucking Knicks got embarrassed again by the fucking Detroit Pistons. No Duren, no Stewart. Let that sink in. Get y'all fucking asses in the building. Get y'all fucking asses in the building. It's not a good morning. It's a terrible morning. It's a hateful morning. I wake up, how I say good morning is hate. All you Knicks fans, what the fuck do we have to be happy about? Tell me. I'll fucking wait. So all y'all that think I'm crazy, that think I'm not a Knicks fan, that think I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, tell me I'm crazy. Tell me I'm bugging. Everything I say be the fucking truth. That's the problem with Knicks fans and New Yorkers. The fucking truth hurts. I see how chilly and how the weather is this morning. You know why it's like that? Because the fucking Knicks got embarrassed again. Again. Boom. Fully healthy. Against the Detroit Pistons with no Duren, no Stewart. They ain't got their muscle. They ain't got their big men. And they still tougher than us. What happened with OG being a great defender? Into that. Now, check this out.
What happened, Outlaw?
Went from players being hunted on defense. Oh, yeah, all you niggas' names is governments. Right back to that. All you niggas, your names is government names. No more names. So we went from 2 players being hunted, Carl and Jalen, to now everybody's being hunted. Niggas see Macau and see food. Niggas see Guagua and see food. Don't get me started on Josh Hart. Fabian, Flea, Josh Hart. So what you mean? I've been saying it. We always put stock into average motherfuckers.
Bingo.
Josh Hart, average. OG, average. Patel, average. How the fuck did we allow OG to demand the max? How the fuck we allow OG to tell us he's not taking a pay cut? How the fuck do we let somebody convince us to give up 5 first-round picks? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Oh, bum-ass Mikal Bridges. Explain. And where's all the Knicks fans that that after we won 6 games said, we're fine. We don't need Giannis. We like our team. Where y'all idiots at? 'Cause I don't mind being an idiot. I'm always an idiot. I'm always wrong. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Y'all idiots at?
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Now, listen. Because I swear, man, this has got to be one of the funniest individual games I've ever heard. You've heard Knicks fans say it don't matter. It's just a regular season game. It don't mean a thing. It's ridiculous to even focus on it. Wait till the playoff. Remember what we did last year. And all of this nonsense, right? But what you're hearing is from all around the world in the sports media, Knicks fans, it matters. And y'all know it matters. Y'all can lie to yourselves as long as you want. The whole world knows it matters. Oh, it matters. Y'all lost 6 straight regular season games to the Detroit Pistons. And now you're on their list that every time they see you, they want to beat you. They was like, yeah, but can they do it in the playoffs? What is saying that they can't? I mean, it's not like you guys are even close to being in the games. This is what we're saying. It's not like it's a competitive game down the stretch. What's going to happen down the stretch? It's you guys are blown out from the second quarter on. This was the closest game y'all have ever played, and you still got blown out. So when you lose by an average of 28 points in 3 games on an average, you're not competition for the other team. So the best thing for you to do is to accept it. But what do I expect? And shouts out to All Ball TV, Nightcap, everybody who spoke. So many shows. It's going to be so many I miss. But let's hear from the actual bum-ass New York Knicks. Attitude reflects leadership. There's your leader. There's your superstar. Your mega star. No fashion taste. Jalen Brunson, who after the last blowout, they avoided the media altogether in Detroit. Now they're in New York. You can't run. Can't hide. So let's hear what they got to say now.
I think today was obviously not as bad as the first 2. But I mean, just not up to our standards. Was it as simple?
Not as bad as the first 2. Wow, really, dog? That's what you got to hang your hat on? No, that's not as bad as the first 2. We didn't get beat by 30. We chopped it to 20. Next time we lose by 10. Next time 5. Then 8. Next thing you know, maybe we win in 1.
Well, there's just a lot of open threes early on, didn't go down, and that generally does seem to affect this team. Both ends of the floor when the threes don't drop.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously didn't shoot the ball well. Too many turnovers on my part. We had a couple of lapses where they went on runs and then they were able to put the lead.
Jalen, you guys went 1-3 against the Pistons last year, but beat them in the playoffs of the first round. You guys go 0-3 against them this year. The series is over. Just the experience of winning against them in the playoffs, even though you lost to the regular season, does that help here, or what do you think?
It's a new year.
With Cade, was the scheme being executed, or was he just getting wherever he wanted to go, or was it not an execution?
I mean, Cade's a great player, and obviously we scout against him, and he's obviously our priority. But great players have big games, and then he's gonna slow them down fast enough, or even at all.
Just getting a real rhythm, Like I said, it just comes with, spending time with the guys and being around them and slowly getting it. But we passing that, we in rhythm now. So, we got a good stretch ahead of us, and we're trying to do something special here.
Why have the Pistons been such a tough matchup?
I just got here, so, but outside seeing, they a good team. They're not number one in the East for no reason. They're physical. They know what they want to do. So, like I said, we just gotta play our game, and eventually, we catch up.
Were you, I guess, surprised at all that you guys weren't able to dominate the paint since they didn't have their two centers out there? Was that, I guess, like glaring at all? That didn't happen.
Surprised? I guess you could say not surprised. They're a good team. Obviously missing two good players they had, but we knew they was not shy back on anything. So not surprised.
I know you weren't here for the first two, but they won by 30 plus. I think both of them in Detroit. Just in general, can a team just flush that if you have to see them in the playoffs? Like, how much does the regular season matter?
Yeah, playoffs is a whole different ball game. We're not gonna sit here and say, oh, just because they beat us in regular season, we can't. We're not thinking like that. I don't think like that. So, when it counts, that's when it matters. So we're gonna play like that.
Tonight, obviously, was a better showing than the first two, but there's no moral victories, nor was it what New York wants to see. But, we got a lot of film, and we're seeing each other in the playoffs. We got to be ready.
Carl, how different is this Pistons team compared to the one that you played in the playoffs last
I
year?
think I've experienced, and they're more cohesive and more together than ever, and they've had a year to really grow, and all of them are better players than they were last year. So I've spent the time right now talking about the players, but their coaching staff as well is excellent, and they've gotten their players and their team ready for a playoff run.
How important is regular season, in your opinion, against a team that you might see in the playoffs? Last year, obviously, you guys went 1-3 against the Pistons, but beat them in the first round. What do you make of that?
Well, it means a lot. I think it does. It builds the confidence going into that playoff series. And also you have great film to see what did work against our team and against their team. And, I think that any game is important in the regular season. I know you're talking about seeing them in the playoffs, but you got to get there first. And for standings, you always want to win. You want to make sure you give yourselves the best chance to control your destiny.
What was different for you in the first half? I think 2 shots, but then the third, you came out and scored, especially early on. What was the difference?
Just trying to make a play, be aggressive with playmaking, and got a chance to get some shots up, and I wanted to capitalize on those opportunities. And I'm happy that I was able to hopefully give us a spark. Try to start the third quarter on a strong note. What I definitely was planning to, wanted to do, if I could control anything in the third, was get us off to a quick start. I'm happy that I was able to do that and find chances to, impede my will in the game.
Is the first game after the All-Star break a little more difficult than most?
Absolutely.
Why?
It's first game out of the break, and people have been able to get some sun and see their family. Got to take a game to get the cobwebs off. But I thought we did a good job of coming out with some focus and some energy. Obviously, didn't get the result we wanted, but testament to these guys. During the break, they worked and they were ready.
When the team like the Pistons didn't have Stewart or Duran, what was there, I guess, add emphasis game planning for them to run things through you, given the size advantage and the scoring ability? Or what did you see in that?
Our offense is our offense. It's been, it is the whole year. So we have our system that we're going to, regardless of who's in the game and not in the game, we run the system that we have implement for our team as to the best of our ability.
Understanding he's an all-star player, just what made Cade so good tonight, especially?
He scored at all 3 levels, and he's crafty, and he's a big guard who utilizes his body and his touch to be a menace to defenses. And he's smart, he's aggressive, and he put himself in spots where he works on his game on the most. And we didn't do a great job of getting him off the spots that he's most comfortable at. And we'll have to be better if we see him in the playoffs with that.
What would have happened against?
Well, that's what ruined Scotty's career. Listen, this has been so much fun watching the Knicks cry like this. I am loving it. I'm loving it because this is what it's about. This is what the people want to see. Because at the end of the day, this is what matters. Is what the people think and what they're saying and what the players actually feel. They have such a loser mentality. Avocado is the only one with a winning mentality. And even though he's been on nothing but losing teams, he has a winning mentality. Everybody else are completely defeated. Well, we didn't get beat like last time. We got blown out. At least it wasn't by 30. Such a loser mentality. Well, it's not really a moral victory. No, it's no victory at all. Your ass lost in an embarrassing fashion. That's like if somebody come in and R-word you was like, well, they R-worded me, but at least they wore a condom. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Oh my God. Y'all mentality level when it comes to being a loser. Y'all track record just keeps growing and growing. Just won't stop.
Them Detroit Pistons won again. You know what it is? Jalen Brunson is a fraud. Just look at him. He's almost Chinese, but he's not.
I understand what happened at Madison Square Garden. I do. I'm not happy about what happened at Madison Square Garden. I want to take you back a full year because a year ago, the Tom Thibodeau New York Knicks got embarrassed during the regular season against the Boston Celtics in a very similar fashion to how the New York Knicks this year have been embarrassed when they play head up against the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons are not just the best team in the East. They've got the best record in the sport. Is it a bad loss for the Knicks? Yes. Was it another game in which we saw the worst of Karl Anthony Towns? Yes. But I saw the same crap last year, and the Knicks had that series won before Tatum got hurt.
Oh, yeah.
So don't tell me that.
Yeah, it was over.
Oh, don't forget about Tatum's Achilles. That series was a wrap.
It was.
Before Tatum hurt the Achilles. So why am I sitting here today bemoaning the fact that the Knicks lost to the best team in basketball? I ain't worried about it.
That's fair.
I ain't worried about it today. Bad loss.
But
suck it up.
What you just accidentally laid out, though, was the case for load management. Because what you're saying is the regular season doesn't matter.
In the playoffs, a lot of times it doesn't matter.
And that is why people load manage, because who can?
No,
that's the reason why. No, I'm not for load management.
I cannot wait till we get to the summer so they could blow this team the fuck up. Has there been a more unlikable, very good basketball team in NBA history? What about them is likable? I'm serious. I'm asking everybody out there watching right now, if anybody out there loves this team,
like really loves this team. Why do you? And I don't mean you love Jalen Brunson, because it's easy to love Jalen Brunson. I'm not talking about you love the way the team makes you feel when they have big wins, and you love certain moments, and you love certain players at certain times and all those sorts of things. I'm not talking about that. I'm like, does anybody out there actually love this team? Do you have a real strong emotional connection to this basketball team? And I'm convinced that that number in terms of a percentage of like fans out there is probably in the single digits. And even then, I'm like, if you told me like there are 7% of Knicks fans out there that love this Knicks team, go find me those 7% of people. And again, to be clear, I'm not talking about loving the Knicks as a franchise. Like, I love the Knicks. I will always love the Knicks. This is why, if I didn't love them, I would have gotten out of this a long time ago. They are so freaking talented. They have all the talent in the world. You watch them on the right night, and they will look like the greatest basketball team ever assembled. They have convinced all of us. They have convinced me, and they will convince me again, much to my detriment, many times before we are done this season, that they are capable of winning a championship. Cannot wait until the day where they break this thing up. It is not fucking worth the frustration. And it's a year and a half of this bullshit. If you really love this team and you really believe in this team, tell me why. Tell me I'm overreacting. Tell me tonight was all about cold shooting. The Pistons got up for the game, and the Knicks have been there before, so they didn't get up for the game, and they'll get up for it. Please sell me all the bullshit. I don't think you're going to be successful, but happy to listen.
Oh, man. Hey, New York, go, New York, go, New York, go. But when you go, tell them the Pistons sent you. Detroit basketball. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. How could you hate it? It's what we do. They say the Pistons